Howdy, everyone. Christine here, and I am sitting with Steve Quisenberry of Saxet Infrastructure Group, the CEO, and they just announced that they are launching 300 megawatts of mining in Texas. So, really excited about this interview. Thank you so much, Steve, for sitting down with me today.
Absolutely, thank you.
What is it that brings you here to Consensus this week?
Well, we're excited to launch our 300 megawatts down in Corpus Christi. So brand new energy park, the Saxet Infrastructure Group that's leading that development of that energy park. The energy park consists of 300 megawatts of Bitcoin mining, both air and hydro cooled, as well as a 300 megawatt battery energy storage facility located on the same parcel of land down in Corpus Christi.
Excellent. And this is your first foray into the Bitcoin mining space, but you've been doing infrastructure build out for a long time. Is that correct?
Our team's been doing traditional generation, thermal generation, open and combined cycle power plants, as well as wind and solar and battery storage. We have a development pipeline of battery projects as well, and we've also ventured into the hydrogen space here lately.
And are you mostly focused in Texas, or are you all over?
Pretty much exclusively in Texas these days. We have developed projects all over the globe, but we've seen our benefit of our home state, and the ERCOT market, really being the free market economy that it is, really supports the use case for more load, more generation.
We love having you here. We love that you're building it out. What is it that, well, let's start with, you're in South Texas, Corpus Christi. What drew you to that area, that region?
Well, Load Zone South has a benefit to it compared to other load zones in Texas for the need for Bitcoin mining due to the on-peak wind that's available coming off the coastal bend region of Texas, right? So we have daytime on-peak wind flow that keeps the renewables powering during the daytime, whereas in West Texas, the wind blows at night. And so the on-peak spikes can be greater. So we get a more even, lower cost of energy in Load Zone South than pretty much anywhere in Texas.
And you're one of the only ones down there, is that correct?
We are, that we know of, absolutely, and certainly the only one at this scale.
Excellent. Now, what is it that moved you into the Bitcoin mining space?
Well, we had actually procured this site down in Corpus following the Winter Storm Uri. We were going to build gas turbine peakers in the location. We started looking for a location to install a couple hundred megawatts of peakers. And then as the Bitcoin folks got kicked out of China, and our phone started ringing because of our knowledge of the ERCOT grid, asking for help to locate and site new facilities. And so we started looking into it and got more and more excited about it because we actually see the controllable load is a better solution for the grid than even new fast dispatchable peakers.
Very much so.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm sure you saw with our Digital Freedom Rally the other day, former President Brad Jones was talking about the alacrity with which the Bitcoin miners can turn off. What is it that, so we have a lot of miners in Texas, which we love, and we know that all the build out helps build more infrastructure, which is good for the grid because we're able to turn off in an instant. So more is better.
And more load creates more generation, and more generation means more renewables.
Exactly. And it ends up bringing down the prices for Texans. A lot of people don't understand that, but you've got a more and more robust grid that's, again, able to turn off in a moment. And so there's more supply. So we love that. What is it that distinguishes Saxet Infrastructure Group from other Bitcoin mining projects? What's your value add that you see to the space?
Sure, good question. So what we see is in this space, the miners traditionally are giving up their optionality, as we call it, to the hosting companies. The miners, the one that owns the equipment, they own the computers and the ASICs, and for them, they have the ability to turn up and down. The hosting company needs to provide the operational excellence and basically a capital recovery for their investors. However, the miner needs to be able to change their strategy over time and not be locked into a fixed rate. So what we do is we provide a fixed hosting fee. And the miner we have a very good retail energy partner, and our miner has the ability to change their strategy on a very frequent or infrequent basis, how they see fit, because ERCOT is going to look different 18 months from now, 24 months from now, 5 years from now. The Bitcoin profitability will look different at each halving event, et cetera. So the the need to change your strategy needs to be open and transparent. So we see this as just a transparent play with the miners.
And what has been the response? I know you just launched, but are you receiving response already?
Oh, it's been extremely favorable. I think it's more of a breath of fresh air. As we're seeing it with the miners, to see that they understand that they can move around their strategies. Now, they need guidance. Most mining groups don't have energy experts on staff, and that's what we provide with our partners to be able to guide them on what their options are and how they can change their strategies over time, and what ancillary services or market conditions they can participate in.
And you really do have an all-star team. I know that you've been doing the infrastructure for a while. Tell me about your other partners, and are they new at the space? Or?
Sure. No, we have some great experts in the space. As you said, our team's brought the infrastructure.
Yep.
And essentially this is large grid-connected resources that we do quite frequently. But the mining operations is led by Ro Shiroli, formerly with Compass and formerly with Compute North before that.
Yep,
but
excellent.
Very much a thought leader in this space, an expert in the operational background of the mining. So I think we're in very good hands from an operational excellence standpoint. And then we bring to it also the background of large petrochemical, industrial generation, where things like safety protocols and practices and standard operating procedures are first and foremost.
And what do you see for the future? There's question about, can Texas handle all this Bitcoin mining? I mean, we know that all the money coming in helps develop the infrastructure, but just broad view of Texas. Why you're focused here? Why you're bullish on Texas?
Well, the free market economy is the biggest reason we're all here. Besides being, born and raised here, it is home for most of us that work in this space, in the petrochemical industrial power station space. But in general, we see that with new solar generation in the queue, about 30 gigawatts, as well as additional wind driven by the IRA and the wind, the battery, and the solar generation, there's more generation coming, and again, the commodity of electricity has to be produced and consumed at the same time. So with more generation, you need more load, and more load needs more generation. So they work hand in hand to be able to build out the system. I think between the monetary tax credit side and just a more robust grid all helps the development of the system.
So I know that this is a newly announced launch. It was just last week, right? Or just a couple days ago.
Yeah, article went out on Tuesday, I believe.
Love it. But so maybe you can't look out this far, but is the hope that you'll be putting more projects online, more hash rate online here in Texas in the near future?
Absolutely. There's additional sites that we have site control over.
Yeah.
And are looking for the right opportunities to launch those.
Wonderful. Well, Steve, thank you so much for sitting down. We love to have you. Welcome to Texas. Welcome to the community. And we look forward to hearing more as you continue to build out.
All right, we'll give you updates as we go.
Excellent.
All right.
And thank you to our listeners. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and follow us for more.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. We had a great time here at Consensus. At the Texas Blockchain Council, we are striving to be the nexus between traditional industries, banking, finance, legal, energy, and the digital asset industry. So we want to help you get your brand in front of those kinds of companies with B2B opportunities. Reach out to us if that's of interest for membership or for sponsorship at the summit. Hope to see you there in November in Fort Worth. Thanks again. We look forward to seeing you at the summit.